Want to hang out with Batman, Robin, or even Poison Ivy? Wondering how things would go down in Gotham City for Pride? Well, now you can experience it firsthand, up close and personal. Here to discuss more are co-founders of Pop Culture Immersive, Daniel Sherman, who's also the executive producer of Pride in Gotham, along with the writer and director of the immersive experience, Michael Phillis. Thank you both so much, Daniel and Michael, for joining us here today.
Thank you so much for having us. It's such a pleasure to be here. Hi, Bay Area.
Say hi, everybody. Now, we would love to know more about this pop culture immersive experience, and we're really excited to talk about Gotham Pride. But first, let's jump into that. What can people expect, and what does that really mean?
So first of all, it takes place at the Hibernia, which is this amazing old bank in San Francisco that was condemned for years, just reopened right before the pandemic. And just the building alone, you walk in and you're already in Gotham. It looks like one of the movie sets. It's an incredible, grand Art Deco, marble and gilded building. So you get in, it feels very classy. So of course, we're doing the Wayne Foundation's inaugural Pride Gala there. So you come in and it's a black tie, sort of fancy party with Bruce Wayne and Vicky Vale and some of the Gotham City characters there. You're surrounded by some of our performers. But then, of course, it's Gotham City, so nothing ever goes quite to plan there.
Right.
So the villains will come in. I'm going to give you 3 guesses as to which role I'll be playing.
I have one lucky guess, but I'll let you fill them in.
Yeah, so then the night kind of takes off from there, and it's a mixture of both theatrical elements and immersive theater experience. So there will be parts of the show that you watch with everyone else, and then there's parts of the show that you get to choose your own adventure and wander through this amazing space. The downstairs vaults are like a maze in and of themselves, so they've opened up the entire building to us. So just wandering around is sort of worth the price of admission alone, but then you add Gotham City and all of these characters on top of it. It's going to be a party unlike anything else.
Oh my gosh,
we
it sounds
45 performers in the space. So the idea is that in the 3 stories of the Hibernia, you can just completely get lost in every corner, everywhere you look.
Wow.
There are shows happening, there are riddles you can solve, there's tap dancing, there's some shibari art happening, there's singing and dancing. Like there's really something for everyone. So you can experience Gotham the way that you want to experience it.
And also, I feel like what people don't really understand is there are actors, there are performers here within this entire thing. So when it comes to that part, which is kind of the theatrical part of it, how much work goes into it in planning and practicing?
So much work and practice and planning. And luckily, we're working with some of the Bay Area's best queer and allied performers, truly. So we were just talking about how during Drag Me to Dinner, Peaches Christ, one of the actors from that show, is also our MC, along with Darcy Drollinger, San Francisco's first ever drag laureate, and then just an incredible assemblage of drag performers, burlesque performers, actors, singers, dancers that we've pulled together from all these different nightlife worlds and performance worlds. So combining all of our powers together just already feels so amazing. But then when you put the Gotham story on top of it, it just really does start to feel like this very special sort of fun house experience that also, of course, is very queer and very Pride celebratory.
Yeah.
And one of the best things about immersive theater is that a lot of the actors are in the audience. So you never really know who you're interacting with. From the moment you arrive.
It's a surprise.
It's kind of a surprise,
I
yeah.
like that.
From the moment you arrive at the Hibernia, we want to blur the lines between reality and fiction and fantasy and theater. And really, I mean, I think a lot of people draw comparisons between San Francisco and Gotham, especially right now. So we really want to play into the art of causing people to be present and look around and really question their reality and have fun with it. I mean, you can choose to be a hero, you can choose to be a villain. So it really is a first of its kind of experience in that way.
And that's so incredible too, and something that, you know, you mentioned was that you take all these people from different, entertainment industries, all these different industries, and kind of bring them together. So what do rehearsals look like when everybody comes together for the show? I love how you're both laughing about it, like, oh, if only you knew.
If only you knew, honestly.
It already feels like a show, just at rehearsal, just walking around and seeing how people interact. And I love that, I think, as a producer, when you see friendships starting and different people from different walks of life coming together to create an experience together. You can already feel that camaraderie in the cast. And especially with an immersive thing, I found that there's just a different kind of storytelling. We're all in it to give the audience this experience that's unlike anything else. Like you said, blurring that line between where the performance happens and where the audience is. You know, there's no seats, there's no curtain. It's all around you and it's all constant. So it truly is like you're spending one night in Gotham City, which is what I always wanted to do as a kid. Just one night where I could see these crazy villains and these larger-than-life superheroes battle it out. But then, of course, everything works out okay. You all make it home that night. So giving people that chance to play in this world, and it just seemed like Pride and this building and this group of performers, it all came together in this really magical way, and everybody is so excited to do this show tonight and all this week.
Amazing.
I mean, another thing about immersive interactive theater is that so much of the show depends on the audience. So we can rehearse the scripted elements, we can rehearse the choreography, but a lot of the show depends on you and how you show up and how you interact and how you engage. And there are a lot of moments throughout the show that, depending on how the audience interacts, will actually affect the course of the show.
Yeah. So each show can be different.
Every night can be completely different.
Wow,
and the other thing
that.
is, because there are performances happening in every room, there's no way to see all of it unless you come multiple times.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, sorry, you gotta come a couple nights.
You got it. Those are the rules. I don't make them.
Yeah, the building is just so big and expansive that, yeah, you couldn't see it all if you wanted to. So there's simultaneously performances happening all over the space. So it really is like a total carnival funhouse of delights that you kind of have to explore.
That's so incredible. And for you, what was it like kind of bringing some of these characters to life? I mean, I know you said you're going to be one villain, but what is it like bringing these characters to life for people who are going to be attending?
I mean, the actors that we're working with are some of the best artists in the city. And
I believe it.
So we have this whole scripted element, but really the people that we're working with are bringing the characters to life in such a phenomenal way. So I think if you're a fan of Batman, if you've seen the movies, no matter what your kind of level of knowledge is of this world, there will be something for you, because just getting to interact with these performers is going to be such a joy. And I think one of my favorite things about immersive theater is that, unlike a scripted show, there's always going to be a moment where you're interacting with someone that you get to have. Like, that's your special moment. So when you come home, you get to tell all of your friends, like, oh, there is something in this show that only I will ever get to experience. And the goal is that, I mean, we're doing Gotham now, but part of Pop Culture Immersives is that we'd like to continue doing this and recreate other worlds. So hopefully you can look out for more, not just Gotham, but other kind of famous cult classic, nostalgic worlds that we love.
That's so amazing.
One thing that we really wanted to do with this story was, you know, I think that we all kind of came up with a certain idea of what a superhero looked and acted like. And so one of the joys of getting to bring this world to life is that we get to make this world a lot more diverse and more queer. It's always been queer adjacent, but like Gotham City needed more color, more queerness. And so we get to build our version of Gotham City, San Francisco's version of Gotham City, by doing this show. So the characters that you know and love will have that extra spin, and I think that it makes them even more fun.
Absolutely. So one more time, I just love this. I feel like I could talk to you guys all day, but one more time, when and where and how people can get involved.
So Gotham Pride is at the Hibernia. It's all this week. It opens tonight, the 20th, and it plays through Saturday, the 24th. You can get all the information and tickets to the show at gothampride.com.
Wonderful. Thank you both so much. This was so much fun, and good luck on this weekend's events.
Thanks
Thank
for
you so
having
much.
us.
We look forward to seeing you there.
Yes, thank you.